If you make six figures but hardly have anything in savings and feel like your money is constantly disappearing, I have a reason why that might be happening that you've probably never thought of. I'm talking about burnout. And in this video, we're going to talk about how burnout can really affect your finances. So let's jump in. And if you want a really quick snapshot of what's currently working in your finances and what you may need to pay a little bit more attention to, make sure you download my free Financially Empowered Women checklist. The link is in the description below. In a few minutes, you're going to know exactly where you stand so you're not left guessing. So how exactly is burnout affecting your finances? Number one is you start buying your time and energy. When you're burnt out, you're usually exhausted and don't have the mental capacity to do anything extra. So going to the grocery store, planning your meals ahead of time, all of that goes out the window. However, that can add up to real money. Let's give an example. Say you start to do takeout more than usual because, like we just talked about, at the end of the day, you just want to go home and crash. So it's a lot more convenient to get that takeout. Now, if we just use, like, say $25 to $30 for a takeout meal, if you're doing that, say, 3 times a week, that's $300 to $420 a month on takeout. Also, I don't know about you, but when I'm overwhelmed, stressed, exhausted, I may need to reach for that coffee and sugary snack in the afternoon to get me through. Am I right? Well, if we use $6, which is a very conservative number, but let's go with that, that alone is $120 a month. So can you see how these convenient items really start to add up fast and we don't even realize it? We could be talking about hundreds a month. And when you don't have a lot in savings, that's real money. That's money that could really make a difference in building up that account so that you have a cushion to fall on and you're not going to be stressed out if something unexpected comes up. So number 2 is burnout results in mistakes at work. And this one is really important to think about. When you're burnt out, again, you're just trying to do what you can. And your brain is not working optimally. That means that you're not always thinking clearly. So you may find yourself having to redo work that you know how to do, but you just keep making mistakes. You start to miss details that maybe is on work that your staff gave you that you should have caught. And you find yourself just keep saying, oh, I'll do it later, as you're so overwhelmed, as the work just keeps piling on and it just is unrealistic that you're going to get to everything. So we end up not putting our best foot forward and showing what we're really capable of and why we got that position in the first place. And this is really important when you're a new manager, you're early into your leadership journey. You want to make sure that you're being really consistent in your performance. And when you're overwhelmed and burnt out, you're just trying to survive the week. You're trying to keep your head above water. So you're definitely not going to be able to take advantage of maybe some higher visibility projects that you could take a part of that is going to get you in front of more leaders in your company and be able to really make a name for yourself. So how does this all translate into money? Well, when we're not performing at our best, as we just talked about, that may come into effect when it's time for your annual review and when you get your annual raise. So maybe you're not getting as high of a raise as you would like. Well, this doesn't just affect your salary now, it affects it down the road as well. So let's think about this. You get your raise today for the next year. Your raise next year is based off of your salary from this current year, right? So it compounds over time. So you always want to be starting off with the highest number that you can because you're taking a percent of that number. So thinking about all of this, what do you think is costing you the most right now? Is it more of that convenience spending, or is it more on the career side? Let's have a discussion about it in the comments below. So number 3 is burnout really kills your motivation to learn. This is similar to what we were talking about in point number 2. So when you are burnt out, overwhelmed, exhausted, stressed out, whatever word you want to use, when you come home at night, you just want to relax, and rightfully so. So you're not going to have the motivation to do anything extra. So that means maybe not taking that course that you're really interested in that could help get you that next position, that certification that you wanted to get that's maybe required to get where you want to be in your career is not happening. Maybe you need to update your resume and practice interviewing to get that next role that you want. That's not happening either. So what ends up happening is you stay in your current position for longer than you should. And that means that you're staying within that pay range for a longer period as well. And when you get that promotion or leave for a higher level job at another company, that's usually a significant increase in your salary that you're leaving on the table. So burnout doesn't just affect your current finances, it really affects your future finances as well. So we all have times in our roles where it may be busier than normal. You may be feeling a little bit more burnt out than normal. That can happen. But if you're finding that you're consistently burnt out throughout the year, then it's really important to stop and address that because it really impacts your physical and mental health as well as your lifestyle and definitely your finances. And before you go, if you want a really quick, structured way to see what's working in your finances, where you may need to pay a little bit more attention to, make sure you grab my free resource, the Financially Empowered Women Checklist. The link is in the description below. This just takes a few minutes of your time and it's going to give you a real-time snapshot of where you stand financially, so you're not left guessing at all on what your next steps need to be, because I want to make sure that you can take action right away. If this video was helpful, please give it a like. And if you want to feel more in control of your finances and see how your finances affect all areas of your life, please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video. I'll see you in the next one.